I could go into Facebook Messenger or Instagram Messenger, whatever, and I could send that link to somebody, especially if that's somebody that I've been talking to. I can send them that link. So on to the next technical thing. Um, I'm going to show you guys this page. It's called a link tree and it's free. So what I've done is I've changed my link. You'll see here on my Instagram. It'll be on my other social media and stuff. This one's just easy to show you. But if you look almost halfway down the page, it says link tree at underscore inspiring change. So anybody that's looking at my social media or goes and searches me on social media, they're going to be able to see that link, which, if it shows them, if they're looking to see what my personal website is, right, this would be like your personal website. And all this is a redirect page. So if somebody that's following me on social media or that I'm friends with on social media, if they go and they're looking for my website, then all they go here, they find this, and you'll see all these different things. So what kind of life insurance do I really need? If they click on that, it takes them directly over to our Sales Team Pro page, right? You can see that they have the little questionnaire to fill out. And if you haven't really looked at this, these are some really good questions, right? Once they filled this form out, it gives us pretty critical information, right? So we know how to contact them. We know when they were born, right? We can go ahead and look up a quote for them, right? It says, what's your current financial outlook? It gives them a couple of choices. Do a lot of people depend on you, right? So these questions are made to get them thinking, right? So, the first answer, yes, and I'd like to be able to take care of them if need be. Or they do now, but it's not a long term situation. Or yes, and I'm not sure what to do about the long term if something were to happen to me. Right. So those are things that get them thinking about what their need is, but it also tells us where they're at. And then look down here, the next question, when you think of the future, is there a specific period of time you're worried about, right? Not necessarily, or I worry about if something were to happen to me when my kids are young, right? So that tells you, hey, I've got young kids at home and maybe they're just trying to get them through college. It kind of gives you a time frame, and it also kind of gives you an idea of how old their kids are. Um, how much risk are you willing to take with your money? What type of saver are you? Do you own or rent your home? That's also something else we need to know, right? If they own their home, they probably want to pay that off, right? If something were to happen to them. And then down here, how much coverage would you like, right? Now, we haven't really talked to them about what their need is yet, but this at least gives us an idea of what they're thinking, right? That way we don't come in saying, hey, you need about 500,000 when really they were just thinking about 50 to take care of final expenses, right? That's going to require more conversation. So this gives us a ton of great information. But that's on life insurance specific. If we go back over here to Linktree, right, then the next one says start investing for just $50 a month. I've heard people say, I'd like to start investing, but it just takes so much. I went down to Edward Jones and they said I have to have $2,000 to even open an account. Well, hey, great. You can start for just $50 a month. Right. And here's the landing page for that. And it talks about $50 a month for 40 years at 9% is $235,000, right? So if somebody's thinking, oh gosh, I can't even start without having at least $2,000 today to put in it right away, and they see this, that's really eye-opening. And then down here, it gives a little more information. And of course, you see where it has, if you're on Sales Team Pro, this will have your information and then a place for them to put in their contact information. Um, if we go back to Linktree again, right? This is the down here. I'm going to skip the schedule a free consultation real quick, but if we go down here, this 12-part series, right, that takes them to the client series, side hustle or new hustle webinar. Right. Right now, people are looking for some kind of backup plan, right? Tons of people are worried about what happens to my job, or my hours have been cut, or I don't know if my job's going to be around in 6 months, or, if there's another shutdown, right? That's a real conversation that we're having now is what if there's another shutdown? So this kind of gives a little bit of information, right? It talks about COVID-19, it talks about shutdown, it talks about how we can go on to platforms like Zoom, right, to connect with people. And now that's a really open conversation. Before last year, that wasn't as big of a thing as it is now. We've been using Zoom in Primerica for a while, but 2020 kind of opened up the rest of the world to that. And then, down here, we talked a little bit about the real estate one. This is also refer a friend, which is really cool. Right. So somebody can go on here and refer a friend. Right. So maybe somebody is, maybe you're talking to somebody and they're like, man, somebody really needs to meet with my kids, or man, you really need to talk to my friend so and so. Well, hey, here's a perfect way. You could hand them your phone. You could give them, if you're texting with them, you could give them this link. Of course, best thing would be just to get their information right there, but they can go on here and they can give you that person's information. They can put my daughter Smith. Here's her email address. Here's her phone number. This is my daughter. She just had a baby and got married. They're looking to buy a house, right? Or currently they're renting, or I want them to get out of my house, right? Whatever that information is, they can put that information in there, and then that goes straight to your sales team pro, so you can follow up with them. And I'm going to go back again, right? The real estate one is pretty neat, right? So, real estate, I feel like a lot of people think that it's really pretty to get into real estate. Oh, I just love talking to people and I love houses. So this is perfect. Or, oh, real estate, that sounds like a pretty profession. Cool people do real estate, or whatever it is. But real estate's a hustle, right? And a lot of times, real estate agents, they may go months without selling a house. So that one commission may be a big commission check. But, what if we hit a recession and people aren't buying houses? What if it's hard to get a commission check if there's no sale? What if you've got people that maybe need to rebuild their credit, right? So real estate agents run into a lot of challenges, and there's a lot of side work that comes with selling that house. And people buying houses also need our products. So this webinar talks to them about not living in feast or famine, increasing their monthly income by 20 to 30%. And that would be through coming to work with us, part-time as part of their real estate gig. So this is a really cool page to get people on. And then I'm going to go back now to the schedule a free consultation. So everything that we looked at so far is all from our dashboard over here from Sales Team Pro. So all of those links, right, they're already done. They're already put together for you. And just think about that. It costs some money to put together a website, right? It costs the money. If you don't have, even if you have the know-how, you've got to pay for the web address, you've got to pay for the hosting, you've got to pay for the site itself, you know, you've got to pay all kinds of stuff. And this is something that we have multiple sites, multiple landing pages that all link back to our client manager, right? Our contact manager. They all link, right? It's taken no legwork from us whatsoever, all professionally built, curated, worded just right, right? They're all compliant. It's all passed through the legal teams, right? And we're not paying for this. This is huge. We should be using the heck out of this thing. You know, there's people that are paying for this, a monthly subscription, and we're not having to pay a dime for it. And that is huge. So all the stuff we've looked at so far, like I said, has come from right here on our Sales Team Pro. And what we're going to look at next is also a service that you can do for free. Of course, there's paid versions. There's paid versions of Linktree, but you can do a free version of this, right? So if somebody clicks on this, they're going to come right here where they can schedule an appointment with me. Right? They can click a Zoom meeting. I've got that set at 40 minutes. They can click on a phone consultation. I've got that set at 20 minutes. So obviously it looks like there's a whole lot more options for a phone consultation, right? So let's say I wanted to choose tomorrow at 10 o'clock, right? So then it gets their information, right? And then my required question is, what's your top financial concern? Right. And you can make that anything you wanted, but somebody can go in here and get on my calendar without me talking to them. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to close that out. And if you don't, I'm going to close some of these just so we don't have 1,000 things going on. But this Linktree is really cool. You know, and if you're thinking, oh, well, I don't really use social media a lot, I don't have a big following. Well, think about this. The last time somebody that was a millennial, probably a younger Generation X, or the next generation coming up, the last time they wanted to find out information for something, they looked on social media. The last time they checked to see if a restaurant was open, they checked that restaurant's Facebook page. The last time they checked to see where they wanted to go and get their hair cut, they looked the person up on Facebook or Instagram or wherever to see how good they were and what their hours were. So realistically, people are looking at social media for everything. Yeah, it's great to Google, but really the days of Googling something and finding the website or going and reading a review somewhere, those days are not gone, but they're not anywhere near as prevalent as checking social media. So, you know, even if you haven't really been into social media, it is definitely the way of marketing. The people getting the most business in the up and coming generations, right? Maybe not the 60s, you know, maybe not the people that are at retirement right now, but the people that are planning for retirement, those people are probably looking at social media and researching through social media. They're at least checking your social media to see what kind of person you are, to see if they like you or not. So having a strong social media presence is pretty important, or at least, at worst, being able to have a conversation about this kind of stuff for the people that you recruit, because you're probably going to be recruiting some millennials. You're probably going to be recruiting some even Generation Z as they get into the right age group. But those generations especially are going to be using social media. It's everywhere. That's how everybody's doing their marketing. Some are doing it really well, some of them not so much, but it's still there. Whether you're a fan of social media or not, and it's free for the most part. So, um, I think it's really important, like I said, to at least be able to have a conversation about this stuff with somebody. And if you don't know how to set it up, that's okay. We can help you with that. We can do a Zoom and help you set these kind of accounts up, set up your own link tree. You don't have to have a cute little catchy phrase. You can do just your name. You could do. Read an associates and your name, or however you wanted to do that. But these are really cool things. And people do notice, I had somebody message me. I have no idea who they are. It was a random person from, I think, Australia that follows me on Instagram that also posts a lot of positive, motivational kind of stuff. And I follow them. I share some of their stuff. They follow me, and they sent me a message one day, and they said, "Hey, you post a lot of really great content, but what's your business? What's your website? How, if I were trying to find out more about your business or what you do, how would I do that? Where would I go? You need to have something in your information that links people back where they can take it a step further." And I was like, oh my goodness, how did I miss that? So for the longest time, I've had one of Roy's landing pages from Sales Team Pro, but now I can really expand that by using this. It doesn't matter what interest I've piqued, right? It doesn't matter if I've hit I don't know if my job's going to be around chord. It doesn't matter if I've hit hey, maybe I should start investing, or, oh, shoot, my life insurance is only at work. What do I really need? It doesn't matter which chord I've hit. When they go to look up my website and they come here and find this, they can find exactly what they're looking for. Um, so that's all the kind of the social media stuff. But, as we're engaging in conversations with people, things have gotten so much easier with these videos. And if you guys aren't using the script, I'm going to grab my phone and see. I should pretty quickly have a contact that I've sent the script to. So this is what I sent out to everybody that, some of them, I didn't even know who it was. Some of them were just contacts in my phone that I haven't talked to in forever. They were probably a lead, or I met them, prospected them at some point, and they were still in my phone, or maybe it's just somebody that I don't talk to anymore. But this is what I sent out to them. I said, "Hey, it's Jessica Reed," or "Hey, their name, it's Jessica Reed. Um, I know it's been a while since I've reached out, and I hope you and your family have made it through this wild 2020 good and intact. I'm expanding my financial services agency and looking for some sharp people who want to earn an extra $500 to $1,000 a week part time, working from home, online, flexible schedule. I'm also pushing to help 100 clients with financial literacy and income protection personally in the first quarter of 2021 with a plan for financial success. I have a 20-minute video about it. You may know someone who has an interest. If I sent the video, would you watch it?" Right? So simple, such a simple setup. It covers all the bases. It says, "Hey, I know it's been a long time since I reached out. Here's what I'm doing." Um, you know, Hopefully they catch the excitement and the capitalized letters and the exclamation marks, right? And here's what I'm doing. I've got two things I'm doing. I'm recruiting and I'm selling, right? And it doesn't say that, but it's, hey, I'm looking for people and I'm trying to help people. and I've got a 20-minute video. Would you watch it? Right? That's all you're asking. Would you watch it? Right? And then see what they say. I've had people that I never thought they'd respond and say yes. Right now we have to follow up right there. And we've got, the scripts that you can use for that. But these videos are incredible, and it really, all the stuff works together so beautifully. We can send the 20-minute video, right? And we've watched that, we've watched parts of it. If you haven't seen it this week, go watch it again. We've got to know what that video says, and the more we hear it, I think the more that we're excited about it. And then also, um, we've got this 1-minute video, and I'm going to play it. And it should come through on your audio. I hope it does, anyways. But this is a 1-minute video that sets up getting an appointment. And it's so perfect. And I'm sure Bruce has a script or a couple of different scripts that you can use to go along with it. But, it takes, you know, sometimes we get caught up in back and forth texting and asking questions and waiting for responses. And this video just kind of condenses everything down, makes it really clear. And it takes, I mean, you can see the timer on here. It literally takes 58 seconds to watch. People are watching ads longer than that on YouTube. So I'm going to play this real quick. Tell me if you can't hear it.
If you are like most people, navigating your financial journey can be confusing. Many people feel uncertain in one or more areas of their personal finances and spend way too much time worrying about money. If you're curious how to get from where you are to where you want to go, whether you're just starting out or close to retirement, if you want to know how other people are successfully rerouting their financial journeys to save for retirement, get rid of credit card debt, pay for college education and student loans, then we invite you to schedule a time with the financial guide associated with this video to discuss how you can apply these concepts too. We know you're busy and this is easy to put off till another day, but when you know better, you can do better. It's possible to change I'm worried to I'm ready, and that is freedom. All you need to do is select from one of the 3 following choices.
How cool is that? Right. So the first one is I'd like to meet. Please text or email me event details. The next one is I'm not ready right now, but would love to learn more. And then the third one is I choose not to meet, but happy to share this link with others. Right. So one key is to not ever ask a yes or no question. Right. These are all yes, yes, and yes questions. Right. A positive outcome from all 3 of them. I mean, how easy is it to ask somebody to watch a 1-minute video and then pick from one of those 3? Super easy. When I saw these 1-minute videos, there's one for events, there's one for setting an appointment. And when I saw these, I was like, holy crap. That would have been so cool to have for the last 15 years, especially for referrals, right? Because it tells them exactly what you're going to talk to them about. We create a financial GPS. It mentions the different things that we can help them with. And it also covers putting it off, right? So many people think, oh, I'll get around to it, right? They throw it in the round to it pile. And then when do they get around to it? Well, a lot of times they get around to it after it's too late, after they're uninsurable, after they're diabetic, right? They don't get around to it when they're healthy. They get around to it after they have an emergency, or, they don't ever get around to doing that $50 a month. They get around to it when they're 55 and they're going, oh crap, I'm getting ready to retire. I'm not even contributing to my 401k, right? So it kind of covers that with that little calendar piece, which is really cool. So these are available. Bruce has your link that you can send out. So if you don't already have your link, he can get that to you. And then, of course, he's able to help you track all that. through, as they go in here, as they select something, right, they put in their information that goes back to him, and he can get that to you. You can see how much of the video they watched, and all that good stuff. So really cool video, really powerful. And it's one of those things that you kind of just have to put it out there and let it go, right? We can't get caught up in the micro. One of the things that we have to look at is the macro. And this applies to the video, this applies to your social media. I know I've seen some people that I'm friends with on Facebook on the team that they've started posting positive stuff. And I've noticed that, a lot of their posts don't get a lot of attention. But hey, the important thing is just to start putting it out there and then building your following, building your friends list. If you don't have a lot of followers or friends on your social media accounts, that's okay. That platform suggests new friends to you every day, right? And you meet new people every day. Get involved in other groups. And as you see people talk about stuff, friend request those people, connect with those people, get get engaged in your social media, and you'll see those numbers start to go up. And as you see people follow you, you'll get more opportunities for them to see your content and then start conversations with them. And when you start conversations with them, we've got all of these great landing pages, right, that kind of seal the deal. We've got videos like that you can send out in those conversations where it tells them really concisely, like, that's your elevator pitch, right? That's your 1 minute, here's what I do. You can send that out to them, and then they can go, oh, wow, I'd like to hear more about that. Click on number two, and you get all their information. So we have a ton of things, a ton of resources that are literally one free click away from us to really build our business and really go out and impact lives in our community. So, you know, if you have any questions about this, I can help you with it. If you want to set some of this stuff, I can help you get it set up. Like I said, Bruce has your link for the GPS 1 minute video. Of course, there's also the 20-minute video. And I think he might talk a little bit about the teaser video, which is the little 2-minute video that's not trackable. But, oh, and speaking of trackable, this link tree is trackable. So if I went into the settings, I could see how many people had come in to my link tree and clicked on links and stuff like that. So I can kind of gauge the traffic that I'm getting and where it's from so that you kind of know. But, again, this is some of the stuff we've just got to start putting it out there and not worrying about each individual response. I sent so many text messages in the last 2 weeks, so many. And I've had a couple of handfuls of conversations with people. I've got people messaging me back. I had one respond yesterday to a text that I had sent probably last Thursday, right? So even if you don't get immediate responses, sometimes they come later, but those individual responses, we can't get caught up in, well, I sent 10 text messages out and I didn't get a response today, or I sent, a message to 10 of my friends on Facebook and they didn't respond today. Man, we can't get caught up in that. We've got to do massive numbers. We've got to take massive action. We've got to be talking to a ton of people and focusing on the ones that are responding back, because, we're not looking for people that aren't looking for us. Right. We're putting out content, we're putting out information, and we're looking for the people that are looking for us, because you can't change somebody's mind for them. So we're looking for the ones that want to make a career change, make extra money, who want to start investing, who want to take care of their families, who want to do these things, or they're starting to think about these things and they're looking for the information about them. That's who we're looking for. So this is a lot of information. This is a whole lot of stuff. But it's a whole lot of stuff that we can use, to really start putting the word out about what we're doing and just telling the story, because that's what it's all about, is telling the story over and over and over to a bunch of different people. Bobby Boisson says, you gotta get good at talking to people. And that's all it is just talking to people. So that's all I got. You have any questions? Do you want me to show you anything again? I know I talk really fast and I said a bunch of stuff.
Hey, Jessica, can you show us where to go to do a link tree for ourselves?
Yep, I sure can. So just remember the dot is in a funny place. It's link tr.ee. I think I hit the screen at the wrong time. Hang on.
So that's link tr.ee.
Yep.
Okay.
So you just go right here and do sign up for free. And it's just like any other social media. It'll tell you once you go to signing in and creating your username, it'll tell you if that name is available or not.
Gotcha.
So, you can do something with your name or, whatever you want to do. My email address is Inspiring Change. And I just kind of went with that because it covers my whole mission, vision, and purpose statements that we did a few years ago. Inspiring Change goes with all of that.
Right.
So I just stuck with that because probably what I'm going to end up doing is I may start a Facebook group. And then also I could link in my Fearless and Fabulous women's group on this Linktree page also.
Cool.
So, but it's really easy. You just sign up for the free account and then I might be able to.
Do you, then once you get it on there, then you just add those links in? Is that pretty easy too?
Yeah, I was gonna try to sign in. So I thought I had that page open on my laptop, but my laptop's having a problem.
Okay.
Not completely sure I remember my password.
Okay.
Ooh, let me try one more time.
You have to write your passwords in something that you remember.
Well, I do, but it depends on if it requires a
Capital letter.
exclamation mark or I think I just did the same thing twice. Oh well. Anyways, y'all don't want to watch me try to sign in and figure out which one I used too many times. But it's real easy. It gives you the option to.
Yeah, it shows that
give,
it is easy, so you can have it get all the options.
Yeah. Well, anyways, there you go. So when you sign in, like these, it gives you two things. You do add link. So for this, what kind of life insurance do I really need? I typed that in. That's what I wanted to call the link. And then right below it, it asks for the website. So you just go over here to your dashboard on Sales Team Pro.
Mm-hmm.
You copy that. And then you go right back to your Linktree and copy it where it asks for the link. And then, just whatever you want to name it. This one, that's what the title of the page was.
Okay.
I just kind of picked This right here is the tagline, the learn to thrive in these financially challenging times. That's the tagline from that page.
Okay.
So I didn't try to overcomplicate it or make it too fancy. You can just copy the stuff right over.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's good information. Rosa, did you have any questions on any of that?
No, it so looks so simple.
Okay.
I do all the time a lot of the copy and paste and open, and so it's
Right.
not too
Okay.
hard.
You know, one of the things that I wanted to mention after listening to all that is we got to make sure that you know, on our Facebook pages that and our social media that we're being cognizant of what we're posting. You know, we can't. You know, we can't. I mean, you can't always
In
post.
reality, you don't have to show that you work for Primerica. Is the word that you want to say, right?
No, no, no. I mean, it's okay to show that you are with Primerica. It's just that, I mean, that does, I mean, sometimes people go Google that. So, you know, I don't make it a habit of doing that, but I just want to make sure that, you know, unfortunately, we can't post everything we want to post. You know, if we have a political opinion, sometimes we may ought to just keep that to ourselves because, you know, we don't want to make somebody mad that could potentially be our client. So we just have to be careful about what we're posting. I don't want you to be misleading about your character or anything or what your beliefs are, but at the same time we want to be respectful of everybody's opinion so that we don't create enemies, you know, on social
Yeah,
media.
I know, I know.
So,
The other day, I have a call for someone from Primerica. They say they want to recruit me. They say, I'm ready with Primerica.
oh, wow. Yeah, so we just want to make sure that we're making friends on social media, not enemies. So just make sure we do that. I wanted to also go over real quick. Let's see. Let me get where I can share my screen here. Whoops. Shoot. Okay. Hmm. All right, so we'll just do it this way. So full throttle February. So in February, if we recruit somebody and you get them to sign in the app in their first 24 hours, they get $50 banked. So that's kind of ongoing. We've been doing that. Also, anybody that completes their licensing in the first 30 days, these are all the announcements from the RVP kickoff yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? The day before yesterday, I guess.
Before.
So $100 field training bonus for anybody that completes their class in their first 30 days. So that's a new bonus. And then, you know, somebody does 1 by 1,000 in their first 30 days. Well, 1 by 1,000 of field training. You know, gets an extra $100. So that's $300 bonus. So, you know, what a new person's looking at, if they do, if they hit all those bells and whistles, then they're looking at a $450 bonus for doing their 1 by 1,000, completing their class and getting signed into the app. So that's a pretty cool, right out of the gates bonus for somebody just getting started. And then also the company's kicking off a brand new contest starting in February. So it's running, it's a 10-month contest. I don't think they've ever run a 10-month contest before, but it's going to be 10 months, February to November. And it's to Marco Island in Florida. So it's an awesome destination. You and your partner gets to go if you win, right? So plan on winning. To kick that off in February, anybody that does 1 by 1,000 is going to get well, anybody that hits their level, right? So for reps and senior reps, you got to do 1 by 1,000 in the month of February. For district leaders, you got to do 3 by 2,500. And for division leaders, you got to do 5 by 5,000. Regional leaders, 7 by 7,500. And you get a 5% bonus on all net bonusable premium. So, you know, when you're at the rep level, you're getting paid 25%. So that means you're going to get paid 30%. You know, when you're at division level, you're at 60%. So that means you're going to get paid 65% on all your premium if you hit those minimums. So that's a pretty cool deal. So, you know, work towards that. You know, I can just tell you over the past 3 or 4 days, because Denise and I have been trying to hit our goal. You know, Jessica was saying she talked to a bunch of people or sent out a bunch of texts. Well, I went through my list. You know, number one, I did exactly what I've told y'all to do repeatedly. Is I built a list of people that I wanted to get in touch with to try to close some insurance with, right? I talked to each one of them. Either I talked to them, I messaged them, I texted them, left them, you know, a phone call, or I sent them an email in some form or fashion, right? From all of that activity, I have 10, well, I closed a end of term on Sunday, a new app on Sunday evening, a new app Monday morning, and a new app Monday afternoon. And then, no, I did 3 apps on Monday. And then, yeah, 3 apps on Monday. I've got another one I did on Tuesday that I'm supposed to submit tomorrow. And I'm working on another one. I was actually working on doing another one tonight. I don't know if I get it finished up tonight or not. And then I've got 10 additional people that said, I can't do it this week, but I want to follow up and get it done. So that's a huge amount of results and activity from a concentrated, focused effort. I think too often we get so distracted and we're trying to follow up on one person, right? And I knew that this week to hit the goal I wanted to hit, I needed more than one. So I wasn't thinking about just getting one. I was thinking about talking to numerous people about trying to get something in, right? And I was trying to get something in for numerous people, and I ended up with what was that, 5 or 6 closes and in like a 24, 30-hour period, right? Which is phenomenal. So, I mean, just imagine if you were doing 3 apps a week, you know, and I did 3 in a day. So, but I mean, if you could do 3 in a week, that would change everything for you. So, build a list, talk to them all. And then, you know, Jessica talked about using the invite to an appointment video and the 18, now it's not a 20-minute video, it's an 18-minute video. You have the 18-minute video link. I posted the 1-minute video link that Jessica was talking about in the chat. So if you go to chat on Zoom, you can download that link. I've also put it on Telegram, I think. But hey, you want to start using those things. And the most important part, when you get people to watch it, you have to, until you get really good, you have to involve me in the follow-up, right? Have to involve me in the follow-up. Let me help you in the follow-up. You're going to get all the credit, but let me help you do the work until you get really good at it. Okay. So we got this bonus going on, and then let me show you so then here's the securities contest. Sorry. Run for the Sun is what it's called. Marco Island, Florida. they're taking 1,200 couples, right? The trip's going to be next February. So you want to win, right? So you just got to go to work. The same things that they're promoting, right? Recruits and premium, those are the vital things you're going to need to do to win the contest, right? So if you will hit at your level, right? If you're a rep, you need to do 1 by 1,000. If you hit that, then that's going to get you in the running because you're going to get bonus points. I'm going to show you what you get, right? So here's the Run for the Sun trip. Here's the formula, and here's the points. And if you qualify at your level, you get 75,000 bonus points, right? So you need to hit the incentives each month, and that puts you on track. I can guarantee you, if you hit the incentives that they promote each month and you get your advancements and you keep moving forward, then you're going to be in the ball game when it comes crunch time. So, and this is going to be a long contest. 10 months is a long contest in Primerica. So if you get in at the beginning and then you keep plugging and you stay in, then you've got a really good shot of going. And I think we would all love to be in Marco Island in Florida next February instead of Middle Tennessee, where it's going to be cold. So, so make sure you capitalize on the incentives and the videos like Jessica was talking about. But remember, you know, the one of the most important things is just because, you know, if you send it out 2 or 3 times and you don't have great results, that doesn't mean that the video doesn't work. That just means you need to send it out 100 times more to get good results. It's not about the 2 or 3 people. It's about the 100, right? I didn't get massive results this week in a 30-hour time frame because I talked to 1 or 2 people. I talked to a ton of people about getting their insurance. I mean, I was single focused, right? I wasn't talking to them about everything else. I was talking to them about hey, we talked once before about getting your life insurance done. We never get that done. Is there any chance we can get that done the next 24 hours? That was my focus, and I stayed on that. And some of them were like, yeah, I need to get that done, but I can't do it now. Can you follow up with me? Right? And I was respectful. I said, sure, I want to put you in my calendar and I'll follow up with you. I appreciate you being straightforward with me. Do you know anybody that might want to get it done in the next 24 hours? And some of them I had no, some of them I was kind of surprised that they, one, I talked to them and I said, hey, we never, we got insurance. She's in Mississippi, and we got 2 of her sons' insurance. Recently, the last time I talked to her about getting her own insurance, she was not interested. And then I messaged her and said, hey, we never did get any insurance on you. Have you thought any more about that? She said, yes, I'd like to go ahead and do that. So, I mean, we got it. So, so you never know. You just have to keep following up. So number 1, you got to make your list, right? Huge list. Put everybody on your list and let them decide. I can't tell you how many people I've seen that the biggest mistake in Primerica is they make excuses for their potential clients instead of letting their potential clients decide for themselves. I talked to a former rep just a month or so ago. She's into real estate, and I said, hey, and she was like, well, I'm not interested. I'm too old. But, she had all these excuses. And she was telling me about her son or a grandson who had gotten laid off. And I said, you need to have him watch this video. And she said, oh no, he wouldn't be any good at that. Right. Well, she don't know. right? He might have watched the video and thought it was the best thing since sliced bread, but she never gave him a chance to watch it, right? She chose for him, right? That's just like us trying to choose someone's salvation for them, right? Or trying to choose whether they would be interested in coming to church with us, right? Or, um, it, I mean, we just can't make those choices for people. So don't make that mistake. Don't make choices for them. Invite everybody, try to get everybody to watch the video, try to get an appointment with everybody, use the videos, and let them decide for themselves. And then when they reject, then follow up and try to overcome their objections, right? So you know, that's kind of what was on my heart tonight, was to talk to you about that. Jessica did a really good job of showing us that website. I've got to get that website set up for me. That seems like such a great idea to have a website with all those links on it where people can go to. That's pretty awesome. You can tell them, hey, check out my website, and have a legitimate place for them to go. And also if they search you, they can find it. So that's really good. I appreciate Jessica finding that. I didn't know anything about it. So I was excited to hear about that. Um, and, and like she said, we've got massive tools to use right now to incredibly blow our business up, but we have to be excited about it, right? We have to be excited about helping people make a change, right? And we've got to buy in. I mean, we've got to believe what we have is what people need, right? I mean, if I didn't believe in what we did, there's no way I could have done 5 apps in 2 days. So, hey, we got to believe it, and we got to inspire that in others. And hey, I think we're going to have an incredible February. If you want to know if it's worth it or not, I think Denise and I are, let me tell you, I'll tell you where we're at right now for the month of, in case you didn't know, January for Primerica does not end until Friday night, right? As far as our pay cycles, right? Because you know, you work and then you get paid several days later, right? Well, all of our January pay cycles will end this Friday, right? And right now, the goal Denise and I was trying to hit is we're trying to go over 25,000 in income for January. Now, don't you think about that? How would you, what would it look like for you to deposit $25,000 in your checking account for 1 month's work? Would that be exciting? I mean, would that be jump up and down, high five, really get excited income? 25
Heck yeah.
to what?
Heck yeah.
25 grand in 1 month. We're setting at $24,924 for the month of January right now. So we're $75 from going over 25 grand in 1 month for income. Think about that. 25 grand in 1 month. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, by Friday night's pay cycles.
I mean, y'all probably know people that don't make 25 grand all year.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about that. And if I can do it, I know y'all can do it. Right? You just gotta get, hey, Jessica, remute your deal. You just got to get to the VP contract, right? You just got to get to regional vice president so that you have the contract and go make 25 grand in a month. It will change your perspective. I'm telling you, it will change your life. I mean, can you just think about that? Go to bed tonight thinking about, what if I made 25,000 in 1 month? Hey, and if that's too big, right? If you can't get your mind wrapped around that, just think about what it'd be like to make 15,000 in a month. those are life-changing things. So I'm going to wrap up. Any questions before we close out? I posted that video, the link to that video in the chat. So if you want that 1-minute video, you can go to the chat and download it.
Yep.
We all good?
Yep.
Hey, let's go do some business this week. Let's go make you some money this week. Jessica, you go make some money. Rosa, you go make some money. Let's all have a great February, okay?
All right.
All right.
Thank you,
See
Jessica.
you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.